Welcome to this playlist, which is devoted to a reading and better understanding of the book Ascent of Mount Carmel by St. John of the Cross. And today we're on the 40th chapter of the third book. This is a short chapter, and it's only 2 paragraphs long. It continues the discussion of the previous chapters, where St. John was discussing oratories. St. John writes, "The reason some spiritual persons never enter perfectly into the true joys of the Spirit is that they never succeed in raising their desire for rejoicing above these things that are outward and visible." Although this quote pertains to oratories, I can't help but relate it back to the gathering of the so-called Catholic Charismatic Renewal that just occurred this last week in Rome. As you recall, St. John tells us that the more outward and corporeal a supernatural thing might be, the less likely it is from God. And pretty much everything in the Catholic Charismatic Renewal movement is as outward and corporeal as you can get. And we can only wait patiently and pray that a future pope will condemn the movement. But let's get back to the chapter we're discussing. St. John tells us that although the visible oratory, meaning the church, is a decent and proper place that's set apart for prayer, and an image is a motive to prayer, the sweetness and delight of the soul must not be set upon the motive or the visible temple, meaning the church, lest the soul should forget to pray in the living temple, which is the interior recollection of the soul. So if our prayer is anchored by our attachment to our physical surroundings, our prayer won't rise as efficaciously toward God. So let's let our prayers rise like incense toward God. In order to purge our wills from misdirected desires and misdirected rejoicing, and to lead your soul to God in your prayer, you must see only to this, that your conscience is pure, and that your will is perfect with God, and your spirit is truly set upon Him. And then, choose a place that is the farthest and most solitary that you can find, and devote all the rejoicing of the will to calling upon God and glorifying Him. And you should take no account of those whims about outward things, for if the soul is attached to the delight of the things of the senses, it will never succeed in passing onward to the power of spiritual delight. Well, I hope you enjoyed this installment of Ascent of Mount Carmel. We'll be back again in about a week with another installment. Until then, please check out my Facebook page, which is linked down below, and please pray for the church.